Once again, we've made it to another Monday, and that means another week is in the books. First up, we have Can't Spell Treason without T, and this is a cozy fantasy. And this is my first foray into the genre, and honestly, this book has been popping up in my recommended feed on everything, but every time I saw it in the store, I would pick it up, I would read the back, and just kind of go, meh, and I'd put it back down because I wasn't quite convinced, but everything else I was hearing about it was absolutely great. And then the last time I saw it in the store, I picked the second one up and I read the back of the second one, and that was enough to push me over the edge, and I'm so glad. It was wonderful. I was worried that cozy fantasy was going to be really boring. I was worried that there wasn't going to be enough going on, but this had plenty of adventure in it still. It was just the major difference was they got to go back to their nice cozy home at the end of every big encounter. It was also really nice seeing so many different identities being completely normalized. And when there was a power imbalance between the two main characters in their relationship, it was the pale girl who started feeling like she wasn't good enough for her much darker girlfriend who had to convince her otherwise. So I have not bought the second one yet, but I definitely will be buying it. I actually really took my time savoring that one. I've barely started the next one, which is The Foxglove King by Hannah Whitten, and I hadn't actually heard of her before or all the hype around her until after I had put this on my list. Now that I do know how much hype is around this author, I'm a little bit worried that it's causing me to judge the novel a little more harshly than I otherwise would. I'll let you know next week how it turns out. Finally, I usually don't cover the audiobooks that I listen to for a few different reasons, but there was one that really stood out this week. It was called The Last White Man. I found it on Libby. I read the synopsis and I was so enraptured the whole way through. It is an absolutely glorious examination of what makes identity from what is within us, to our family, to our culture, and how it changes as we age, and how our environment shapes it as well. It was truly remarkable. I highly recommend. As always, there is a longer written version of this up on my website at writing.hallidaynelson.com. I always want to know what you guys are reading and if you're having fun with it, because I am always adding to my TBR no matter how long it gets. Happy reading and happy holidays.